Yeah, I think that we've still got a fair bit to do between now and the game. Obviously, we've got to get through the main session, make sure we train well. So we're looking at doing that, and then focus more in depth into how we're going to try and beat Geelong this Friday night over the next day or two.
Sorry, mate. You talked a lot about belief this year. Has it gone up a notch just after last week on its own?
Yeah, I think so. I think with every good win you have, your belief grows stronger as a group, and for a lot of guys it was their first final, so just gaining that experience was enormous for us as a group. So yeah, the belief's gone up again, no doubt.
Do you feel better, prepared and more ready for it this week than we did last week, with so many guys now having one final under the belt?
Yeah, I think last week there was a lot of unknown. A lot of guys probably didn't know how to approach the game, and obviously we got a pretty positive result, so I'm sure a lot of guys will prepare the same way they did last week. So yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge. We're really excited by it again, and we can't wait to get out there.
You'll be better for the run last week after having 3 off?
Yeah, no doubt. Personally, I thought a little bit fumbly, a little bit scratchy. So, but ran really well, ran the game out well. So, really positive from that perspective. So, a lot better for the run.
So, do you expect to settle into it a bit better personally now that you've had that, that time to get the fumbles out of the way?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously the intensity of the game was a bit of a step up from the regular season as well. So, it was a tough one to come back into, but sort of handled it okay, and obviously the rest of the boys did as well. So yeah, should be no worries.
What did you learn from the last time you played against Geelong?
Yeah, we've learnt quite a bit the last 2 times we played against Geelong. First time we thought they got outside us a bit. We all sort of got drawn to the ball, sucked into the ball a little bit, and they got us on the outside. And last time we played them down at Geelong, they did chip the ball around a fair bit. So we'll think of ways to sort of combat that as well. So yeah, there's a bit to learn, a bit to focus on, but as I said, we're super excited about the challenge.
Do they still have a bit of intimidation factor about them that they've had for so many years?
Yeah, look, Geelong, they're a professional lineup. They're so experienced. Arguably the most successful team in the history of the game over the last decade. So look, they've got some super players and some guys that we really aspire to be like. And our football club all years aspired to be like the Geelong Football Club and the guys at the top of the ladder. So we still learn a fair bit from them, and we're certainly we're not frightened by the challenge that's we're going to be facing this Friday night, but we're really looking forward to it.
Some irony in the fact that a lot of Geelong people worked hard to get Ken Hinkley to Port Adelaide. The fact that you had a chance to knock him out this week.
Yeah, Kenny's obviously pretty well known down there, and a lot of Geelong guys, when he did get appointed, were spoke very, very positively of him, and we can understand why now. So it is quite ironic that he's coaching against those guys and potentially trying to knock them out of the finals. So anyway.
Just following off what Jess was saying about being intimidated or so forth, is that fair to say now that maybe last year or 2 years ago against the Geelong side like this, you've maybe been a bit intimidated or a bit apprehensive, whereas that's no longer the case?
Yeah, I think a year or 2 ago, when we faced teams like Geelong, we might have said that we're a good chance to beat them, all that sort of talk, that positive sort of mindset. But deep down, we probably thought it's a fair sort of mountain to climb. But at the moment, the belief's really high within the group. We're really confident. It's going to be a very, very tough challenge, and we're aware of that. But it's one we're looking forward to, and we're going to gain plenty of experience from it either way.
Hamish, reportedly the stoush between Monfries and Heath Shaw, Jay Schultz was saying, was pretty great. There's a lot of sledging going on out there. Do you think he or some of you guys can try and get under some of the cat's skin as well?
Oh, look, first and foremost, Gussie will be looking to play his role like he did last time. I think he obviously had a pretty good day out. He kicked 7 against them last time, and he nullified Jimmy Bartell's influence pretty well. So he'll look at doing that. And look, I'm sure if Gus kicks a goal or 2 on Jimmy, he'll let him know about it, because that's the way Gus goes about it. So we love him for it. He's got that tendency of getting under the opposition's skin, and not many people like him from outside of this football club, which surprised me, but there you go.
Stevie J, how big a threat is he? Both times this year he's destroyed you blokes.
Yeah, Steve, he's one of those guys I suppose we talk about with plenty of experience, and he's just an absolutely class act. So He got held pretty well on the weekend, so he'll be looking to fire up and bounce back. Absolutely no doubt about that. So we've got to try and stop his influence as well as we can. He's a pretty hard player to stop, so thankfully I don't think I'll be getting that role, but yeah, someone else will, I'm sure.
So you put someone on him, is Dom Cassisi the sort of bloke who might play that sort of role?
Oh, look, he's probably the obvious choice. Whether Dom and the coaching staff think he's up to the challenge, we'll wait and see, but I'm sure someone, or as a team, we'll be keeping a close eye on him, no doubt.
And if you think about that intensity last week, do you expect that to lift again this week another notch?
Yeah, I think Geelong, they probably pride themselves on their pressure around the ball, and the game against Fremantle on the weekend was a great example of that. Both teams, it's probably the most fiercely contested and most intense game that I've seen all year, so they'll look at doing that again, and we certainly need to lift our area of that game this weekend if we're going to get a good result as well.
It's also about keeping a cool head, because they like to force the turnovers and then sort of run back the other way on you.
Yeah, I think composure's key in big finals games. Obviously there's going to be plenty of pressure and plenty of heat on around the ball, but when you get the ball in your hands, looking to find a mark and use the ball the right way is more important than anything.
What did you learn? You had a lot of your fans go over last week. How big was that for you? How can you double up again this week?
The fans all year, they've just been enormous for us in games that we've been down and out. They're the ones that sort of flick the switch and get us over the line. So they were amazing on the weekend again. I think there was about 10,000 or so that went over, and there's little spots all over the grandstand that you could hear them chanting and roaring from. So we look to get as many as we can again over, and I'm sure they'll be in full voice like they always are.
How excited are the players at the challenge that awaits?
Yeah, incredibly excited, all of us. We've only played, a lot of us have only played one final, and that was last weekend, so I know the boys really enjoyed the pressure situation that they were faced with, and we're looking forward to that this weekend.
What about Freo? What did you take from the way they approached it, and is there anything that you can adopt from their tactics?
Yeah, I think the way Freo attacked the player with the ball, their skill level under immense pressure was pretty incredible, and just the way they were able to force Geelong to make the mistakes with the amount of pressure that they placed on Geelong, and the way they used the ball was pretty good as well. So there's a fair bit to learn from them. They're a great side, and they have been all year, so I'm sure a few of the boys will look over their tape over the next day or two.
Last couple of questions, guys. So pressure at the ball carrier is the main message from that game.
Yeah, and I think pressure on the ball carrier and just general pressure has been huge all year, not just in finals, but I suppose it's magnified a little bit in finals. If you don't bring that pressure, then you just get cut up, especially against a side like Geelong. So that'll be something we focus on this week.
They don't often lose 2 in a row. Is that something that you're wary of coming off a loss for them?
Yeah, well, we understand that they're a very, very proud club, and as you said, they very rarely lose 2 in a row. So they'll come out firing, no doubt. And I think last 2 times we've played them this year that we've got off to a bit of a slow start, and they've really got the jump on us, and it's probably cost us in the end. So we need to certainly nullify that and make sure that doesn't happen this weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Mate.